Hey guys, Dr. Aaron Ernst here. This is part 2 on how to avoid cancer, and today we're going to talk about alkalinity and oxygenation. If you watched my last video on part 1, we discussed how your diet will either give you cancer or help you avoid cancer, and what I want to talk to you about today is alkalinity. Do you remember I mentioned that Otto Warburg discovered that cancer grows in a low oxygen environment with the abundance of sugar? And so obviously we want to cut out sugars because that's a fuel source for many cancers. But he also discovered that cancer cells grow in an acidic environment, and that if you can alkalinize the environment, you can stop cancer in its track. So I guess if you want to ask, the ultimate question is, how do I create an oxygen-rich, alkaline environment in my body? And in my opinion, the best way to do that is to drink water that's slightly alkaline. Tap water, as a general purpose, is acidic. Here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the utility company actually adds a lime mineral to make the water more basic to prevent corrosion against the pipes. So that should tell you something about tap water in general. If it's acidic enough where it would corrode the metal pipes, obviously you don't want to drink it. And I never recommend drinking tap water, mostly because it's filled with heavy metals and other chemical toxicities like chlorine and fluorine. So what you need to do is filter the water. But remember, filtered water is still acidic, so you can add a little bit of baking soda or even lemon juice to change the pH. And you might be thinking to yourself, how does lemon juice change the pH to make it more alkaline when lemons are acidic? But when it interacts with the internal environment of your body, properties in the lemons actually turn the water in your body alkaline. And there are even special filters that will make alkaline water. Some of them aren't that expensive. You can even just do a general Google search and find one that works for you. But remember, foods actually encourage acidity. Even if you look at things like conventional meats and grains and alcohols, they all create acidity in the body. So does sugar, which is why we want to get rid of it. What you can do instead is eat clean meats, like grass-fed meats. But remember that if you eat too much protein, you can create an acidic environment. Keep your protein less than 30% of your diet. To counteract the acidity, try things like beans and nuts and vegetables, specifically the greens. So instead of snacking on crackers or chips, go with a handful of nuts because they have good protein and they also alkalinize. We also know that oxygen-rich environments discourage cancer cell growth. So the big question is, how do you increase your oxygenation? Listen, meditation has been found extremely helpful because it involves deep breathing. In fact, if you meditate properly, you can increase your oxygenation significantly. Another way is to open the windows in your house and make sure that you have living plants. The interior of our home often becomes acidic because we exhale carbon dioxide, which is an acid. And remember, plants breathe in carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. It's enough to disrupt the balance of most buildings and even rooms if you don't have plants around you. We can also get more exercise. In addition to opening your lungs, it allows for oxygen absorption. It also increases blood flow and helps the vessels to dilate, which will get more oxygen to the different parts of the cells inside of your body. You can also drink more water. Remember, 1/3 of water is oxygen. And so when you drink it, it puts more oxygen in. But remember, it has to be filtered and slightly alkalinized. But you can also get foods that are rich in oxygen, but it's by doing foods that are high in iron, because iron is part of hemoglobin, which helps to carry oxygen to your cells. So the iron-rich foods are things like grass-fed meats, poultry, fish, eggs, and of course all of our leafy green vegetables. You can also eat your vegetables in more of a raw state because it allows for the natural oxygen that exists inside of the plant to get inside of your body. So if you have an oxygen-rich, alkaline internal environment, you can stop cancer from developing. You can even stop it in its tracks. And if you do this appropriately, with cutting out sugar and increasing the oxygen, your body becomes a natural cancer killer. Don't forget to check back for part 3, where we discuss the neurological aspects of cancer and what you can do about it.